So this is Jotun, and it looks beautiful, as you can see. And the biggest thing about this game is that all you do is actually fight bosses. Now there are little monsters here and there, but the main attraction is basically to fight giant bosses, as you can see here. Like, this is like scary Mother Nature, hopefully not actually Mother Nature, but... So in this video, I'm going to show you how to take out the first boss. This big ass green thing that has roots and tentacles and in a bra made out of what looks like tree bark. Some of you might like that, and I'm not judging you. Which sounds like something my colleague Hayden might enjoy, but he's not here to defend himself, so there. I mean, this is one of the first bosses in the game, and as you can see here, she's pounding the shit out of you, and you're super small in comparison, and my thought was, like, what the hell do I do against this massive creature? And actually, you can actually take it down. Obviously, it would be weird if you couldn't beat it, but it just takes a lot of time, and you have to be smart about it, and you have to be patient. It reminds me a little bit of like Dark Souls in that way. You can't just sort of rush in there, because as you saw, I got hit once and it took out about a third of my life, if not more. But at the same time, if you charge up your hard hit, your long hit there with the axe, it can take out a good chunk of HP from the boss itself. Now the boss can do a couple of things. It can open up its flower and spit out poison gas, but that's easily avoided if you run into one of the blue plants there. And it does do the pounding motion rhythmically, I suppose. Not rhythmically, I don't know what that means, but not rhythmically, but like in a pattern. And so you can easily avoid that as well, just by sort of dodging and rolling and getting out of the shadow. If you avoid the shadow, you should be fine. But the only thing that you have to watch out for are the tentacles there, the little vines that sprout out of the ground. Because once they sprout out, they can kind of push you away and push you back, and even though they take one hit to kill, they're pretty damn annoying. And right here, I actually run into the side and do a ton of damage. However, you don't want to do that, because as you'll see, I get murdered, because it's actually kind of a weird glitch. I just get stuck there. There's no way for me to get out, because I'm stuck between her belly and her arm, which is not a good place to be at all. Once you do enough damage, she's actually going to extend the roots at her base there, which basically blocks you off from rolling around to other sides of the field. That can be a problem because you're trapped essentially when she does the ground pound. But you can avoid this easily if you just run all the way to the back of the map where the blue flowers are, and you'll be out of reach there. So when she does that, just make sure you run all the way to the back of the map where the blue flowers are. Blue flowers, technically, and you should think about it like this, blue flowers are safe flowers. They're the safe spots on this particular field. And at this level, she also summons a lot of vines or tentacles to sort of obstruct your pathway to her. Which can also, if you get hit by one of these while you're charging up your power move, it's going to interrupt it and you have to start over again. That's something you should be wary of as well. But hopefully at this point, she should also be dead, like almost close to dead. So once you get to this spot, and as you can see, I have no heals left, I'm almost dead, I just go for it. And I think that's the proper way to do it. There might be a safer way to do it as well, but fuck it, YOLO. I just went for it and wailed at her until she, her stomach blows up, and that's not a good way for a C-section either. But that was pretty much the first boss of Jotun. This game is fucking incredible. It reminds me a lot, again, of Shadow of the Colossus and other games that have come out recently, like Bastion and even Titan Souls, which was a little bit more pixelated in art style, but, that was Jotun. And if you guys like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. It helps the channel out a lot. If you really liked it, you can also share it. That would be really, really awesome. If you really, really, really like it, then be sure to hit the subscribe button somewhere within the vicinity. As always, my name is Billy, and for more epic boss battles from Jotun, Beabytes got you covered.